Anxiety is like my best friend now. Me and anxiety, we've lived together for 20 years, so. I had CBT therapy when I was 13, so from that I kind of learned and understood my negative perception of the world. I kind of had this paranoid look at the world that everyone was watching me in everything I did. So my idea was always to be perfect and on time, blend in, don't stand out. Even though like I was taller than most, I was kind of more eccentric than most, and my family were quite, social. Our home was the home hub, so we had to be involved in a lot of people's lives. But where I first started with combating the negative thoughts and understanding where they came from, as I've grown older now, it's like I've understood now anxiety and depression is not something I can beat. It's not something that's ever gonna leave me, and it's not something that is ever gonna automatically stop. It's something that I have to learn how to live with and accept as a part of me. And if I do that, I need to educate my fears. So the things that are gonna make me feel like I'm gonna spiral or panic or anything of that nature, I have to figure out what brings me into those states of mind. And usually people don't want to do that because they're afraid to uncover things they don't want to uncover.
What was it like having these kind of conversations with your family and friends?
So when I was 13, I think that was the first time me and my dad really addressed mental health, because I was at my wit's end. I kind of came to him and I was like, I can't cope with life right now, I need your help. And that's when he told me about anxiety. I had no idea what it was. But he told me he suffered from it when he was younger.
So it's almost been like your parents have been quite supportive.
They have. I think my parents, they've been as supportive as they can, but they are only supportive or limited to the information that they know. They're never shunning, they don't shun mental health, but they kind of don't understand the complexities and nuances behind it. So if there are times where I feel like I can't complete a task, in my dad's mind, the way he's always coped with things is always, you just gotta get on with it. Like you have to push that aside and you just have to deal with it. And unfortunately, there are times where I can't. But at the same time, I can't blame them because they are basically talking of their own lived experiences. And I think especially for our community, South Asians, I feel like people feel very vulnerable when they express things that make them feel uncomfortable. And it's been the same with like multiple members of my family saying that, like explaining to my dad that I have anxiety for him as a father would probably make him think, what did I do wrong? Or how did I not see this? How could I have not helped her? Or, it makes you feel uncomfortable to believe that these hard things are happening.
How does anxiety affect your day-to-day life?
So I could the day before jump on 3-4 client calls, have the most productive day, have a shower, go for a workout, see my friends, all that kind of stuff. And then the next day wouldn't even be able to get out of bed because my anxiety is stopping me from leaving my own room. I think most people, when they think about mental health, they think about anxiety or depression, body dysmorphia, all that kind of stuff. But mental health is literally about happiness, joy, excitement. It's everything. It's all of your emotions into one. So if you're talking about mental health, you're talking about everyone's state of mind.
That's like a really positive way of displaying it to people. I haven't really heard that many people saying that mental health is about everything. It's about the joy as well. I think maybe that doesn't get talked about enough as well.
Well, people like to stigmatize mental health, and mental health is seen as a problem that you need to fix.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen campaigns and stuff where they're talking about battling depression or fighting anxiety, or it's if you think about that in your mind, you're creating a battlefield. And essentially, if you're looking at the positive and negative sides of your mental health, you're putting them against each other. So when it comes to trying to combat maybe mental health, people think that they have to destroy a part of themselves that lives within themselves. So if you have depression, it's a part of your whole mental health, alongside your happiness, alongside your vulnerability, alongside your joy. You can't kill one half and hope that the other half is going to survive.
I definitely agree with you, by the way. I feel like it's really important to maybe embrace every single part of you and maybe not shy away from those things.
Yeah, you can't fight half of your mind because you're destroying half of yourself.
Yeah.
And mental health, like anything, needs balance. So it's the good and the bad. So if you give the bad sides of all the harder sides of your mental health the same amount of love that you would give the more positive experiences, like when you're happy, you don't think twice about it. You're just enjoying the moment. You want that to feel good forever. But we never really think about giving the same amount of compassion and love to the negative sides or the harder sides, which is your anxiety, depression, your everyday sadness.
Moving on from that, what would you say to people who are going through something similar and to those who know nothing about anxiety?
The easiest thing to do as your first initial step is to express your feelings towards the people that you trust the most. So your friends and your family and the people that are your support system. Say, hey, I'm struggling with something, I want to explain it to you. Is there something you can do to help me? And if that they're limited in their understanding, there are so many forums online and there's so many places and people you can reach out on online. You can speak anonymously, or you can, even just go up on social media, do certain quizzes, do certain tests to understand what you have. And then taking that step forward into therapy. Loads of people have such a bad stigma around therapy because it makes them feel like they got something wrong. But I'm not gonna lie, living in this world, I'm surprised not everyone has therapy because this world is wild, it's crazy. But the first step is admitting that something's wrong. And once you do that, you're opening up your opportunities to get help. And once you do that, you will find people, you will find situations or changes in your environment that will aid what you're looking for. You have to want to change, you have to want to address what's wrong. You don't have to know what it is, you have to just know that something's wrong and want to change it. If you can understand your mental health the right way, you can use your mental health to aid you in your life.